So what went wrong? There are a few things that did, and I'll come back to those at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that, and I'll explain exactly why. Although they taste lovely, they don't look so pretty. Hello and welcome to my kitchen. I'm Judith, and I've been wanting for a long time to make some proper butter tarts. I used to make these all the time when I was in high school, take them and share with my friends. But lately, it's really hard to find butter tarts that are made with currants. Most of them have raisins or nothing. I've seen some with nuts, but it's really hard to find butter tarts made with currants. So that's what we're going to do today. So I've got 1/3 cup of butter, 1 egg, 1/2 cup of currants, some milk, a cup of brown sugar, and we're going to need a teaspoon of vanilla. So let's get started. First thing we want to do is beat the egg. Put 2 tablespoons of milk, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And I have Mexican vanilla that I was gifted twice. So there we go. That's ready. Now we are going to take our butter and we're going to cream it. Oh, that vanilla smells wonderful. Okay, and we're going to add our sugar to our butter. And just cream the two together. And I did not pack the brown sugar tightly. It's just lightly packed. So this is the stage where we're going to add our liquid and carefully combine the two. Now, once that's done, we're going to plunge in our currants. And mix those together. Now we need to line a tart pan with pastry. And I've already made the pastry. It is just a standard pastry recipe for a double crust pie. Your tart shells should look like that, sort of. And it's something approximating that anyway. So then we want to fill them about 2/3 full.
Judith with her apron wine that's red. She's got the spices, smile so bright. Cooking with Judith right by my side.
And these are fresh from the oven. And as you can see, they're still bubbling like mad. And things have boiled over and created crusty bits around the edges. So we're going to wait for them to cool a bit and then remove them from the pan, which is going to require help. So what went wrong? Let's look at each item one at a time. You'll notice here that the side of the pastry is broken. That's a result of it being far too flaky to hold up, which is caused by having too much shortening in the dough. And over here, you can see that it is very dark in color. It almost looks burnt. And that's caused by the temperature being too high during baking. And again, it's broken here, which is caused by removing the tarts from the pan too soon. They weren't completely cool, and having to use a knife rather aggressively to loosen them from the pan and to pop them out caused it to break up even worse. A nice cup of tea, or coffee if that's your preference, and butter tart. And I'm wondering if I should have actually let them solidify and let the sugar cool before I tried to take them out of the pan. It's been a long time since I've made them, so these seem to be a lot more difficult to get out of the pan than they should have been. But let's have a taste. Oh, but sweet, but not too sweet. Got a bit of a crunch, a bit of a chew. The pastry is just divine. So good with tea. No, you do not have to soak the currants. In most recipes, if you're using raisins, you do want to soak them first. The currants you don't need to. And butter tarts are a treat that my mom always made at Christmas time. Well, thank you so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up, share with your family and friends, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you again next week with another recipe.